This is the video review of, or the second part of my video review of the Titan class Combiner Wars Devastator figure. Today we're looking at Bonecrusher, and this guy's my second favorite of the bunch, but he does have one very apparent flaw just right off the start, which is he is entirely green. There is almost nothing to break this up, and it gets a little bit, it can fatigue the eyes. It's a bit extreme what they've done here with this guy. Now, he has quite a nice little bulldozer. He has the same thing that Scavenger had, where he has two casters up here and then a roller down here. So he can roll, and the shovel can move a little bit, but it's not too much. I honestly don't know if bulldozers, if the shovels can move at all, or if they're just supposed to be stationary things so that they can move around and bulldoze things. But anyway, except for the lack of paint, which, I mean, you could probably fix that yourself with an airbrush on the side here to make the sides of the treads black or silver or something. Or, I've heard that RIT dye has changed its formula so it can't be used to dye plastic anymore, but maybe if RIT dye still worked, you could even just dye the parts black. Just that might be an easy way to improve the look of his treads and stuff. I don't know. I'll have to research that a bit more. But anyway, otherwise, he is a pretty nice bulldozer, and let's get to the transformation. Now, this guy kind of starts off similar to Scavenger. You're going to pull the treads off here. In fact, I'm pretty sure the treads are an entirely different mold, but they're basically the same thing that Scavenger had. You will pop them off down here, and then you'll pop these off down here, and do the same thing here like this. And you're going to want to telescope the legs out first, because if you try and peg the waist together first, then transform the legs, it will come undone. This guy's this guy would be my favorite if not for the for his kind of lackluster paint job. That is to say, not much at all. If not for that, and for the problems with his hips, because his hips are almost impossible to get together, because there's a little tab right here on this side here that has to go in there while you're getting these to clip over, these little clips to clip over here. So basically what happens is you have something where it's impossible to get your fingers in here to tab it together without bending this around, which will cause it to come apart. And when it is together, then any kind of motion on this part will force it apart. I'm kind of tempted to just cut off the little black tab there and see how well it works, but I at least wanted to do the video review first to show you what the figure is like out of the box. So you'll want to try and just tab it all together, and it doesn't ever quite go together as well as I think it should. Like, there's a little bit of a gap there, but it's basically together right now. Then you will come around, you'll come to the back, you'll pull this little section down here and pull this up here. And this section here is used for the part of the elbow. Excuse me, part of the elbow of Devastator. And so that comes apart like this, kind of easy. Is a bit of a problem, but it would be easy enough to fix with just a couple dabs of super glue to tighten up the little hooks there. Just something to keep in mind. Anyway, you'll untab this, and then you'll bring the head up from in here, and I really like this head sculpt. It's a very nice one. And then you'll pull the arms out from here, and they will come out and around, out and around. And then this will... there's a little tab there that will tab into this section here. I don't know why it's there. It doesn't really seem necessary, but might as well do it, I guess. And then what's going to happen after you get that tabbed into place, let's get this tabbed in, is, well, it kind of already did it, but these four sections here will tab into the four sections over there. Like that, and that will be his upper body, most of the way done. Then what you'll do, and I love this part, you take his shovel here, you rotate it around, it will kind of grip itself, and then you put it onto his chest, and that is his robot mode. And I love this robot mode. I wish I had a bit more color, but just how clean this guy is, how everything has a nice place to go, and how... you wouldn't even know he is a... you might know that he's a construction vehicle from the treads and the little cockpit at the back, but you wouldn't know that he's a bulldozer. He just does such good job hiding his vehicle when he transforms, and If not for his waist issue, this guy really would be my favorite of the bunch, because he is just so cool with how he transforms. For articulation, the head can rotate from side to side, and I really do love that head. The arms can rotate around 360 on a ball joint, and it's much tighter than the one that Scavenger had. There's an elbow here. Excuse me, I've been having allergies lately. And then you have a ball jointed elbow down here, so you can get a bicep swivel there. So he has quite nice arms. And then the legs, through normal play, they don't come untabbed very often, but they will come untabbed sometimes. And I just never feel comfortable playing with him with that waist, especially because it feels like the little tabs there that hook it all together can possibly break kind of easy. I don't know if I should be worried about them or not. Basically, is what I'm saying. If they're fine, and I don't care. But if they can potentially break easily, then that is kind of worrisome. And otherwise, the legs are the same as Scavengers. You have a ball joint here, and the legs can tilt in here. So he can pose very well, just like Scavenger, and he's just a nice figure. I really like him. So anyway, this has been the second part of my review of Titan Devastator. And stay tuned for the next part, which will be Scrapper. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Please stay tuned.